Yo, so what's good, my people? Um, um, please tell me if you can hear me. If my voice is audible enough. So it's already a minute past. Let's just wait for more people to join. Abubakar, alles good? Yeah, me geht's good, danke. Uh, so my name is Eval Sam Etta, aka Sam Sticks, aka that fresh, yummy hot chocolate. Um, I'm a master's student living in Germany, Darmstadt precisely. I'm currently schooling in TU Darmstadt. Entrepreneurship and innovation management is my course. Yeah, I make content on studying in Germany and other opportunities in Europe. So you should do well to check some of my videos, which is applicable to you. Those are the kind of videos I make about Germany, about Poland, about like different countries. I have um, so many projects I'm working on, which is going to be beneficial to everyone on my channel. So if you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to my channel. Also, most importantly, um, turn on the post notification bell. That way you get insight on whenever I post a new content. I also post make vlogs. Um, so yeah, and also do well to share my videos. I mean, that way we get to a wider audience. We are almost hitting 3K. Thank you so much for everyone who has been watching my videos, who has been engaging, liking, commenting. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. You guys are family, and I'll continue to make um, great videos for you. And also, if you want to reach out to me personally, you can send me an Instagram message, a DM, and I would definitely respond to you. Um, at Sammy Sticks is my Instagram handle. And you can also, if you want like a consultation, like one-on-one consultation, you can also check the bio in my Instagram handle, and it's going to take you to a site where you can book consultation and we can talk for a longer time and not just for like few minutes. Um, yeah. So having said that, I introduced myself. At any point in time, if you want to join the live stream, you can also like join. I can bring you up and we can talk. You can ask me your questions and yeah, we rub minds and all. So I recently made a video which I dropped 2 days, a day ago, about TU9 universities because I had so many people talking about this and I felt like it was just right to make a video. And I'm so happy it's getting really like really good numbers. People are really engaging that videos. So it shows that people actually wanted to see a video like that on that topic. So it basically talks about TU9 universities in Germany. There are like 9 universities in Germany where if you want to study engineering or computer science, it's like the hub. Like these are 9 universities, prestigious universities where you can study. I'm not saying other German universities are not like up to standard when it comes to such courses. No, but these are like universities that have proven track records, and have relationship with like industries that can shape you in your field. So if you're yet to watch that video, do well to watch that video. It's not a long video, so I mean it shouldn't take 8 9 minutes of your time shouldn't be really bad because you're going to gain a lot from it. So there are TU9 universities which are like University of Stuttgart, Dresden, University of Dresden, Technical University, Dresden, TUM, Technical University of Munich, um, Technical University of Darmstadt, um, also Bradenwerk University, Technical University Bradenwerk, which is in, I think, Berlin. Technical University of Berlin, actually, sorry. And then, what's the other one now? I just forgot. Yeah, but you can check my channel to watch those videos. So I once in a while I try to, I mean, I'm not so consistent, but I'm trying to once in a while I try to like organize such live sessions where I can interact with you guys, talk to everyone and then listen to your questions and try to respond to them. Um, yeah, that's why I organize these live sessions. Like, so if you have your questions, drop them in the comments, and I'm going to answer them. Also, if you, like I said earlier, if you want to come up, feel free to do so. I'm just going to put out the link where you can join this session. Just a minute. Yeah, you can already start asking your questions, and I'll just bring you. I'll respond to them. Um, Copy. Um, uh, yeah, so if you want to come up, that's the link. So we have a question already. Hello. Do you think Hochschule makes you more employable than university? Asking for informatic. Okay. I mean, it all depends. The thing is, like, I made a video also on this topic. Like, there are different universities in Germany, Fachhochschule, which is the University of Applied Sciences, and it's really practical oriented in the sense that if you're studying a course like management, business administration, finance, accounting, and all of those kind of courses, it's always good to go to such universities because it's practical oriented. You already get into the field in depth because you work with companies who are like, who in the real sense, when you're done with university you have to work in companies, so you already start experiencing that before you graduate. Um, and then if you're in the science area, which is like the question you just asked for, informatic, if you go to technical universities, they teach this kind of courses in depth. So that's like hands on all of the courses involved, or all of the modules involved. Like, they are really taught in technical universities. So if you go to TU, it's going to be like an advantage for you. If you go to what do you call Fachhochschule, it's also going to be the same. If you also go to like the Hochschule, the university, it's also going to be really good. At the end of the day, it's all what you have upstairs that matters, that makes you employable. So it doesn't matter the university you go to, but you having, like, after studies, having knowledge of what you studied in school, that makes you employable in the eyes of like a company who is wanting to employ you. So um about your question, yeah. So just try to search for just a question. Are you currently in any university or Fachhochschule or TU or Hochschule? Are you currently in any of those universities, or you are about applying to? um in the university presently? The way to shares the person who asked this question. Because in most TU, um engineering, computer science is so you just have to be ready. Like they teach you a lot, you know. So you have to know the kind of universities you're going to. Okay, student college. Okay. Yes, it's a good thing you are trying to find out about this. But one thing you should know is that here in Germany, it doesn't really, I mean, they might say, okay, universities and stuff, the rankings and all of those things. But the truth is, what you're able to bring to the table, like what's in here, like you can be taught in a university, you graduate, and then you're able to work. You go for an interview, they're going to ask you questions based on what you studied, based on that field, not because of the name of the university or because of the kind of university you went to, you know. So, but for me, one thing I believe is that for management courses, it's always good in Fachhochschule, which is like more practical courses, and it's more practical oriented than in technical universities. If you go to technical universities for a course like entrepreneurship, or any business course, it's not really as it is. It's just really different, of which I really don't like that concept. If I'm going through management, I should be able to like, um, have practical insight about the course and not just some research or some things like that, how it's done into you. So yeah. It's not going to it doesn't play a major role in being employable after university. So I also made a video, like I said, please try to watch that video so you know the types of universities in Germany. Most people don't know, they just go to DAD, and they just start looking for universities, they just start applying, and then once they apply, they get admission, of course. And then when they start the program, it becomes really, really difficult for them. So you need to check all these things. Don't just apply to universities for applying sake, but make little research about universities, and then it should be easy for you when you come to Germany. You're not going to have a hard time. I just think university have more connections with companies than Hochschule. Personally, I'm not good and memorizing, so practical sounds more like my thing. But university connection is important. Yes, true. I am not also good at those like memorizing kind of thing. So I just prefer like practical work. I'm able to like understand a course or like, like just normal stuff. We visit companies, we work with companies, we have projects, you have to work with these companies. I mean, those kind of things because that is the real life, you know. But all of those memorizing, research, and all of those kind of things, no. But just so you know, Falco should also have like connections with industries, Also TUs have connections, especially with engineering, computer science, engineering, automobile companies like, Porsche, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, uh, you know, so many of those kind of cars. If you watch the video I made about TU9, I mentioned the same thing and in that video, the kind of companies that you are connected to from your university, and with that you can easily do like an internship with some of these companies, and I mean doing an internship, it's really a good one because then you have knowledge about the German market, labor market, and experience of working in Germany. So and also, you should know that presently the summer semester is open in most universities. So if you're yet to apply, some already is getting to the closing date. If you're yet to apply, do well to apply. If you're interested in studying during the summer semester, so start applying, prepare your document, and apply. Some you have to apply through Uni Assist, and some you have to apply directly to the university. So you can check Uni Assist for universities that you have to go through, and then you can also go through that to get like universities in Germany. That's like, I mean, the center of how do you call it now? I mean, there you find all of the universities basically in Germany. And the requirements, you can go directly on the university's website. I know presently universities like Fulda, um, um, Hochschule Worms are already open. I think the one in Wiesbaden is open at 1st of December. And one thing you should know is that in summer semester, the slots are limited. So it's given on, when you're qualified, it's given on first come, first serve basis. So if you apply late, it's really dicey. You might not get the spot. But during the winter semester, you have more, what do you call it? You have more spots. Uh, and then in some universities, like they don't really give admissions during summer semester. What they do is like most of the students who are graduating in the bachelor's are now transferred to the master's. So it's just like, I think Hadea has that thing. Like it's just within admission within the school. Um, good evening, Sam. What's your advice for above 30 with HND in statistics going for business and engineering currently? um, Working as internal control in the financial. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I won't say it's not possible, but first, what exactly are you going for? What exactly do you intend to go for? Are you intending to go for a bachelor's program or a master's program? Then I can answer your question. Akinloye Oyenikon, Oyeniyon, sorry. Are you going for a master's program or a bachelor's program? Yes, they have connections. The way to shares. Yes, they actually have connections, especially the city you are going to, Munich. That's like the hub of I think IT. Yeah. So they have like connections. There are so many industries in Munich, and they have connections with some of these universities because I mean it's easier. Sometimes you could actually get internship through once you get like during your studies project where you have to work with some of these companies, and then you see that you want to do an internship, you could actually speak directly to them, and it's easy to get internship with them. So yeah, Munich is a great city you're going to, so you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, BSc. What was that question again? Yeah, so okay, if you're going for bachelor's, first off, you can what university do you want to go to? That is uh or which semester do you want to apply? Is it this semester or next semester? Excuse me. So about your question, what's the advice? It's a really, really, really good course you are going for, especially for bachelors. So you need to check the requirement. Basically, the requirement you need um for just a moment, please. So I don't want you to make anybody tell you age is a barrier. It's not a barrier. Okay. If you meet all of the qualifications, you are given admission. So most bachelor's program in Germany is taught in German. So you need to have um, German proficiency. Some schools require A2 and then maybe B1 upon graduation. Some schools require B1 directly. Some schools require B1 directly. And then all other um, documents, different documents depending on the university you're applying to. Secondly, you can come with your family so long as you're able to provide blocked account for them. So how this works is, I don't know how old your child is, but this is how it works. If you're coming to study in Germany with your kids, you have to provide blocked account for yourself and then the blocked account for your wife and then your kids. It depends again on the city you are going to. So the blocked account requested from your kid is half of the amount. I think right now blocked account is like 12,000. So you need to provide half of that amount and then also for your wife and then also for you. So you can come with your kid. And then um, your experience already, you have an experience and you have like an HND. So it's a good one. Just look in the right directions. You mentioned THWS, which is also like a really good university. Um, just so you know, it's really competitive. So you need to number one apply early enough, meet all of the requirements, and since you're applying in the winter semester, then you have a higher chance of getting your admission. So long as you meet all of the requirements. So don't be discouraged about your age or your kids, and if it's too much for you, then you can come on your own. And once you're able to settle in, then you can try to bring in your family. But if you're able to do it, like you're capable enough to come with your family, then you have to provide block account for them and also provide like the accommodation where you're going to be staying, like proof of it. So with the university you are going to, it's good. It's a really, really good university. So yes, you can try and don't apply to just one university. If you're able to apply to more than just one university, you can apply to two, you can apply to three, you can apply to four, you can apply to five. There are some universities that if you apply through Uni Assist charges 75 euros for the first application, and then I think 25 euros or 30 euros for every other subsequent application, so long as through Uni Assist. And then there are some universities where you pay like 25 euros, like VOMS, Hochschule VOMS, you pay like 25 euros, and that 25 euros covers all of the applications. If you apply to like 10 courses in that university, 25 euros covers for the rest of the 10. So you just have to do your own research to know uh, how it works. So my advice would be don't just apply to THWS, but apply to like different universities. There's Dresden also. There's if you don't want to go to like really bigger cities, you can also Stuttgart. It's also like not too. It's a big city, but like not too big. Uh, apply to like four universities max or five. I know people who apply to like six, seven, eight universities, and the choice now remains with them. Like, okay, now I had admissions from all of these universities or five. Now these are the universities I really want. Now you start looking at some things. What are the job viability after your program? Or what is like life living there in that city, or like how is it like generally, then you assess some of those things and then you pick a university and then proceed to enroll. So yeah, that's my take on your question. Thank you so much. Keep uploading. Just a suggestion, maybe interview people that made success in Germany as international. Yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, I on my channel, I think I had an interview with Fidos. Fidos also schooled in Germany, and she's done with her master's program, and presently she's working full time. Also, Promzi. These are like close people, friends I know. They're also YouTubers. Promzi also had his master's in Germany, and he's done. Um, and then I think right now, I don't know if he has gotten a full time job, but yeah. No, thank you a lot for the recommendation. Definitely. I will. Yeah, I try my best to, keep uploading. Sometimes when I upload videos, it just feels like, maybe might not be, people might not view, but I just post, videos so you get information. And when I see some kind of comments like that really show interest that people like these videos, then I'm like, okay, I have to post. Though it's not easy, like school, work, and stuff. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. And keep sharing my videos, keep liking, engage my videos, that way I'm really motivated to do more videos. Um, how about the best insurance to use for above 30? Okay, so you can use, I mean, personally, that's what I use. So, and I haven't had any issues with them. TK also offers health insurance for above 30. Um, you just have to check the price. I use Alcar. It's also public health insurance. So you just have to like search to see the one that actually um, fits your, what you're looking for, that fits your budget. I wouldn't primarily just say, okay, this is the best health insurance to use in Germany. No, like they all have their advantages and disadvantages. No one is perfect. Just see the one that best suits your budget and what you want, and then go for it. But personally, I use what's it called? Aoka. When I came to Germany, first, at first I was using TK, and then I switched. When I was coming to Germany, I had to use Mavista just to get here, like have an insurance, because here in Germany it's a law that you have to have public health insurance. So after like a month of my arrival or two, then I did my research and I used Aoka now. I switched to Aoka. And so the good thing is if you're working, you pay half of the health insurance and then your employers pay half of the insurance. So you don't have to take the burden of paying the entire amount. And also, I would advise personally, if you're living in Germany, try to get liability insurance. This is not like an advert, but I was using FEDA. They offer English services as well. And you might not know the use of liability insurance till something happens to you. Then my friend always told me to get it, but I'm like, why do I have to be paying? I think it was like €4 or 4 euros, yeah, monthly. And I'm like, why should I pay something that I don't need? I'm just spending money. Until when I lost my apartment key, that was when I knew that this really counts. Even before I signed my house contract, the house manager told me it's advisable to get liability insurance because anything can happen. You could lose your key, you could damage something, and it's difficult for you to pay directly from your account. I just put that on deaf ears until I lost my apartment key. And then it dawned on me that I actually need the liability insurance. And then I had to go with Feda. And what this does is that if there's like a damage, if there's like a loss of key, because then if there's just one key, then they have to change the entire apartment key, which is really expensive. And then your liability insurance will cover that. You don't need to pay from your pocket because you're already servicing your contract. You know, and if you're moving out of your apartment, people have this problem a lot. The money you paid, the caution fee you paid initially, money can be deducted from it to, fix any damage or paint the whole apartment. But if you have liability insurance, some of them covers up to 50,000 euros. So if there's like a fire problem or fire outbreak in your apartment, they cover it. If there's like a loss of key or your apartment is damaged, maybe the paint or the walls, and you are leaving, you don't have to pay from your account. You just get the invoice from your landlord and then send to them, and then they pay it, and then you get the your full amount of your caution fee you paid without any deductions. So you see, it's really really good. And also another kind of, presently I don't use Feda anymore. My contract expires, and then I switched to one that offers really higher, which is HDI, that in English HDI. And I got this recommended by a friend who is like into insurance business. I brought him here on my channel to talk about insurance in Germany. And he actually went delve deep into it because I mean it's all in German, and then some of the things I couldn't understand, he made me understand them, and then I went for. And the good thing about them is they charge you a one-time fee for a year for the contract, so you don't have to be scared of deductions monthly. They just take, I think it was 48 euros for the whole year. So if I'm leaving my apartment, I can give the invoice if there's any damage, and then they pay, and then I change my address and then send to them, and then it continues. Also for dental, there's also dental insurance, which is also good, because it's expensive here in Germany, and some of these public health insurance don't offer the full fee. So once you have a dental insurance, then they cover like cleaning of your teeth, maybe if there's a hole in your teeth, all of those kind of issues. Yeah. So to your question, um you can try Alka, you can try Tika, you can try so many of them. There's also, I think it's called Dark, D8K, like so many of them. Just check the amount, and then you should check what they offer, So because it's really, before you sign any contract, it's really, really dicey. Once you put like Unterschrift, like signature on any contract, it's like difficult to opt out. There are always clauses, So yeah, for me, just do a little research on what you want. There's no such thing as best. They all have like their ups and downs, So it's just for you to check what works out for you, and then take a contract with them. Yeah, so you could, if you like to, um, you want to still speak more, like you can, I can bring you up. We can have a conversation. And just so you know, I have like so many projects I'm working on, not just Germany, Poland, Austria, Sweden, France, lots of opportunities available that you can ever think of. So turn on your post notification bell to get notification when I post these videos. Lots of videos, lots of videos. It's just that sometimes it's difficult, like working, on YouTube and stuff, especially when you're just a one-man squad. Yeah. So just stay tuned on Sammy's channel, and you're gonna get loads of information. You're welcome, Akinloye. I mean, I try to organize these live sessions once in a while because sometimes it's really overwhelming when I get so many questions on Instagram. And I'm like, if I organize a live session, then people can ask these questions. Yeah, but now I don't see some of those questions. So let's talk about something. What you feel like to study in Germany? There are lots of opportunities to study in Germany. Um, I mean, and don't limit yourself. Don't think, okay, if it's not Germany, it's nothing. You can school in Germany, and you can, while in Germany, you can apply to other countries. If you're scared, like I don't want to learn the language or something, there are other countries close to Germany where you can get really good offers. Netherlands, Sweden. So, um, just a moment. Right now it's so cold in Germany. Um, Yep. Oh man, when I had that issue with my apartment when I lost the key, yo, it wasn't really funny. It really wasn't really funny. And then I knew the importance of liability insurance. And it was so cool then. My friend was the one who then offered for me. I couldn't gain access to my apartment. So I had to spend the night there, and then got a new I had to get a new key because it was during the weekend, this happened, and then I had to get a new key from the house manager because I had to wait till Monday, and then I had to pay a fee of 50 euros, 50 whole euros to get a new key. And I was told if I find my key, then I can bring it back. But if I have liability insurance, then I can send an invoice and then they'll refund me the money. But till today, I never found that key. So and now I have just one key. And if I lost this key again, then it's really a big issue. Of course, I have liability insurance, so they cover it because they have to change the entire lock system, and that might cost up to 10, 20,000 euros. So that's the essence of having liability insurance in Germany. So, if you have any questions whatsoever, um, okay, so Akindo, yeah, you can actually send me a DM on Instagram, or you could check um my bio. I offer like consultancy services. So just click on my bio, there's a link, it's going to take you there, and you book a consultation, and then we talk. That's the only way I can stay organized, and be able to reach out to everyone at a good amount of time, because if I don't do this, then it's like really tight for me. And sometimes when I don't respond early enough on Instagram, it feels like maybe I'm ignoring people's message, but that's not the case. Just as you're sending me a message, that's how someone else is sending me, and some other person are also sending me, and I try to reach out. Yeah. So you can reach me on Instagram, or you just click the link in my bio, and yeah. So there's something I was actually thinking about talking about here. Why we other You can ask your questions. Even at some point you want to ask some questions, just drop it in the comment, and I'm going to answer your question. So it's about visa rejections. Now, specifically in Nigeria presently, number one, what should your interview look like? Some persons just go for interview sections, they don't prepare nothing, they just think it's like some random thing. I mean, imagine waiting for so long, especially in category B, you wait for so long to get like a date, and then finally you get a date, and then you don't prepare, you just go for your interview, and then you get a rejection. Before, it used to be okay, when you go for the interview, your application is being sent to the immigration office in Germany, the city you are going to, and it's whatever. Sometimes the view recommends on uh your application, your file, you know. So, but now the visa officer directly is the one making the decision. So, if you did not perform well during your interview, you're going to get rejection. There's no two ways about it. You're just going to get that email with that, and then like your passport with that letter, that long 2-page letter telling you, and they're going to tell you the reasons why you were rejected uh, during your visa interview. So there are some. This doesn't apply to other African countries. It's just some. Um, so in Nigeria, for example, sometimes you are asked questions and then you have to solve some sort of what's it called? Questions from your course. First, they'll ask you like why you're going to Germany, the course. I had someone actually reaching out to me, and when I asked the person, honestly, if I was in the shoes of that visa officer, it's not like, sentiment aside, I'm going to also reject that application. The person didn't even have like proper explanation to why you are going to Germany, or understanding about the master's program the person was going for. And they asked the person, why are you going to Germany? It's not the usual, okay, Germany offers tuition free, blah, 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 blah. We've been hearing that for a long time. What they're asking is, what motivates you to go to Germany? Like, think about it from your own perspective, not like some rehearsed speech, because they always write this thing in the letter of rejection. Like, it's a rehearsed speech. So tell them why you're motivated to study in Germany. And then secondly, they asked, why this university? See, why this university? They want to know if you have a knowledge about this particular university you've been admitted to. Now, this is what I always tell people. When you get admission, apart from the fact you did research on, okay, this university, you applied to them, they gave you admission and stuff. Try to study about this university, the city it's located in, what's the landmark, who's the president of this university, some of the professors in your department, some of the modules, and some of the things they do in that university, like interesting social activities they do in that university. It doesn't cost a thing. Like, all you need is just your internet, and you can search on this university. For example, I'm going to like Goethe University in Frankfurt. Where is it located in Germany? It's in Hessen, state of Hessen, and it's in the city of Frankfurt, which is one of the commercial centers in Germany. All of those kind of things. And then if the visa officer will know that, okay, this person has actually spent a lot of time to know about these kinds of to study about your university. Some people don't even know the modules offered in their university or in their program. Some people don't even know um the professors who take courses. I was impressed when I was talking to someone who got admission, and the person already has contact with some of the professors here in Germany, and the person is not even in Germany. They're already talking, and talking about uh like project and all of those kind of things. And then you know that, okay, this person has great insight about the university he's going to, you know. So when you give all of these kind of questions to the visa officer will be impressed, not just just going, okay, these are the requirements, excuse me, these are the requirements, for this the visa I'm going for. I just take all of the document and that's it. No, 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 no. Have like an understanding about your city, the university, the president of the university, the vice president, all of those kind of things. And then all of your documents should be accurate. There shouldn't be any falsified document because you will be caught. And if you are caught, it's a really great offense. You'll be banned, so prepare for your interview. They ask you sometimes math questions, management questions if you are going for like management courses and all those kinds of questions. And then once you're able to have wrap knowledge about all of these things, trust me, your visa approval will be sent to you because this person knows that this visa officer knows that okay, this person is not just running or this person is not just wanting to go to this country, but he knows about this country, he knows about the university, and they'll give you so long as you meet all these requirements and you have the blocks account or sponsorship letter. So I'll get back to that topic. I think there's a question. If my program is offered in both summer and winter semester, can I defer my program to the next winter in case I come in summer? How many hours will I be allowed to work while waiting for the next intake? If I'm offered. So let me understand your question. You have an admission or you're applying for an admission and you're giving an admission in summer semester, but you want to defer to the winter semester. But the thing is, your last question here, how long are you allowed to work? Are you already in Germany? That's the first thing. If you defer your admission, for example, let me give you a scenario. So you applied to a university in Germany, you got admission, and then you came to Germany, right? But you don't want to start that semester, and then you defer your admission to the next semester, which is to say they're going to update your admission letter and give you a new admission letter that states you are starting in the winter semester. So within that time when you defer, you want to work while you're waiting for the next semester to begin. Already, one thing you should know is that the visa given to you from your country, it's a working permit. It's a visa and also a working permit. The only thing you have to do is when you come to Germany, you just have to extend your visa. Usually you are given 6 month visa or 3 or 4 month visa. Sometimes in some countries, they give you 1 year visa. Like people from Ghana, they give them 1 year visa. So when they come to Germany, they have to extend before it expires, depending on the city you are going to. So you just have to extend your visa and get the resident permit card. I made a video on that, how the resident permit card looks. And then you can work. You know, with your visa, you can already work when you're in Germany. All you need to do is just extend. If you read your visa, the mark, it's written in German. It tells you the kind of visa you have. That kind of visa allows you to work while you're studying. So if you're already in Germany and you don't want to start your school this semester, you want to defer and then start next semester, you can work, no problems. So, but if you're not in Germany and you're planning to apply for a course, you need to know first of all, does my university allows me to defer? Because some universities don't defer, they'll just tell you apply in the next semester. Because especially when it's a competitive course. So if they allow you to defer, fine and good. So both from if you're not in Germany, you can't work if you're not in Germany. You have to be in Germany to be able to work. So and it's still the normal working hours for students, 20 hours for students. So that's 240 full uh, during holidays, and I think 120 when it's no holiday. So, but like 20 hours is like the normal working hours for students. So, but you need to be in Germany to be able to work. So you can't be outside Germany and then defer your admission and then I don't know, but that's just how it is. First, you need to be in Germany. Your school has to allow you defer. These days most universities don't, but some also allow you to defer your admission. I don't know if I've answered your question, and you. So back to what I was saying. Um, so have understanding about your university, and then secondly, have all the documents um being requested. Okay, 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 to you. Then have all the documents that is being required. Make the embassy's website your friend. You can get all of the information you need from the embassy's website. It will really be good if you spend time doing little research. I mean, like, that's what I always tell people. There's some kind of questions people ask me on my Instagram, like direct messages. And I just ask myself, like, these days people don't want to do like the little less research. And that's the reason why I make some of these videos. And most of the questions you ask me, I've made videos on them, like on my DM, like the questions. I understand there are some questions that you just want to get like really, really direct information. And then I'm like, okay, if I make a video, that means it's going to get to a wider audience. People are going to, you know, get answers from them. So try to spend time doing little research on these things. For me, I always, so long as I have the time, I always respond to your questions. Uh, because I mean, I was like, some people, back then, always I was lost, no information, and that was one of the reasons that motivated me to start doing videos like this. And I mean, I don't regret doing it. So, um, the next thing you want to do is have all your documents that is required of you. Um, and afterwards, um, I said you should have. They're going to ask you questions. Trust me, they're going to ask you like questions, math questions. If you're going for engineering, physics, commerce, economics, those kind of questions. But in some other countries, they don't ask those questions. They just ask you like, okay, why Germany? Why this university? Mention some modules in your course. Mention some professors in your department. What department are you? You know, those kind of things. And then if you pass all of the questions, you get your your visa. And please, like I said earlier on, your the visa issued to you allows you to work. So when I see questions like, can my visa allow me to work? Blah blah blah. Yes, the visa you are given is National Visa D, which allows you to study and work. So once you come and you have the necessary document, you've done a meldon in your Oslander Beholder, the city registration office. You have your tax ID. You've done your social what's it called, social insurance. You've registered, and you have all of these documents. You can already start applying for jobs. You can work. You know, because in some cities you need to wait. For example, you need to wait like a week to your expiration date before they give you fiction bescheinigung, and then give you an appointment to do your extension of visa. In my case, I made a video on that. In my case, I came to Germany with 6 month visa. You know, then in my head, I'm like, okay, these are the things I read, and then okay, I just go for extension. But would you believe I went for the extension and I was told that I still have 5 months in my visa that I have to wait, And prior to this time, I was already thinking, okay, once I land, I have to like extend my visa. But I was told in my city office that I have to wait 3 weeks to the expiration or a week, but I think. And then when I went there, I got, I took an appointment. I went there, I got fiction bescheinigung, and afterwards, I also got an appointment to extend my visa. And then after that, I extended my visa and waited 1 month again to get the card. Yeah, so it's a lot of bureaucracy. Yeah, so just know that it might not just be as you think, like, okay, I've gotten my 1 year visa, I have to extend, by immediately. No, Some other immigration office or some city of Muslanda Beholder, you do it immediately. But some you have to wait, like especially in bigger cities, you have to wait, you know. So yeah. And just maybe for example, your visa gets rejected. No one prays for that, but if your visa gets rejected due to the fact that you performed badly, like during your interview, then you can apply. You can apply. But I always advise people like meet a good immigration lawyer who is going to look at your documents, the letter that states why you were rejected, and draft a good appeal that when they read, they'll be able to like revisit your case and then reconsider your application and issue you a visa. I've seen in many cases where visas were rejected and then they applied. I mean, the process can be long, but it's worth it if you do the right thing. And then they applied, and then after applying, uh, they got the visa, you know, because they did the right thing. So don't always say, "Oh, my visa has been rejected. I'm not going to apply." No, just settle down, look at all the things from beginning to the end, like what exactly went wrong. Read the letter that was sent to you. It's in German. You can also translate it. And then if you have the opportunity, you can get an immigration lawyer to like write a really, not just, don't hurry and write letter because you want to get an answer immediately, because if you don't have a good appeal, you can be rejected again. So it's good you settle down, get someone who is qualified to write you a good appeal, and then you submit with all other documents, you know, to back your claim. Um, and then trust me, if you do these things, you get your visa. Okay, Isaac, I saw money. So I made a note somewhere about this, and I really, really wanted to give like an in-depth answer um, about this question you asked. How many hours are you allowed to work as an international student? So this is the thing. As an international student in Germany, the number of hours you're allowed to work depends on your visa status and your academic commitments. Generally, rules are as follows. So you're allowed to work 120 full days or 240 half days per year. So international students on a resident permit for study purposes can work up to 120 full days and 8 hours per day, or 240 half days, and that is 4 hours per day. So it all depends per calendar year without needing special permission. This is like a laid down rule. You don't need to do any special permission for anything to work. So then again, if you want to work beyond the limit, you have to wish to work more than this. You must get approval from the local foreigners registration office, that is Auslander Beholder, and the Federal Employment Agency, that is Bundesagentur für Arbeit. So that is the job center. So what this means is that on paper, by law, you can work 120 full days and 240 half days. That is during holidays and during your semester and after and during holidays. That's what this means. So you either work 8 hours per day, that is 120 full day, or you work 4 hours per day, that is 240, days, which is like 20 hours per week. So 20 hours per week you work 20 hours per week, which is like the law in Germany. So during your university breaks, that's holidays, you can work full time, which is unlimited hours during official university vacation periods, as this does not count toward the 120 and 240-day rule. Okay, so this is the thing. Um, you can work full time uh, during holidays, and vacation periods, as this doesn't count like for your 120 or 240-day rule. These things, they actually, if you check your pay slip, you see the number of days you've worked and how many days you're allowed to work, or the number of times remaining. So sometimes if you're working part-time and then doing like side gigs, like side jobs on the side. Sometimes I had this issue. So I was doing like same job once in a while. I just take up like some kind of jobs and I do it. So, but there was a time they reached out to me and said, okay, I have to like rest for like 1 month, because I already had like I was getting to the time. Even sometimes if you are doing a part-time job and you're doing other jobs, they'll also tell you that you need to not work for some time, because if you do it, then you have issues with the authorities, so but if you need to work extra outside this law, then you need to see the immigration office, or Agentur for Arbeit, that's the job center in your city, to get authorization to do like you want to work like really often. But this is not advisable, because then you can't concentrate on your studies. But one thing you should consider when doing all of this is that your taxes. So if you earn more than 520 euros now, per month, which is like the mini job, uh, then you have to pay income tax and social security contributions. But if you work less than 520, then you don't have to pay. That is like the mini job. So here's the thing: if you work part time, that is 20 hours per week, then you earn like 1,000, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, depending on how much is paid to you. Some companies pay 15 euros per hour, some pay 16, some pay 14, some pay the minimum wage. Then you are paying income tax from that. And then if you're working a mini job which pays you just 520 or 500, you don't have to pay taxes from them. But the moment you start working more than 520 or 600 or 700, then you have to pay income tax on it. But one thing you should know, that working too many hours can conflict your education. I said that earlier, so just have a common goal. Um, if you work too many hours, it could raise a red flag from the authorities. And then when you go for extension of your visa, maybe after your you have like 2 years or 1 year, as the case may be, and then it expires and you go for renewal of visa, then they check, because they monitor all of these things. They check and then they say, oh, this person is working too much and has done so many hours and is not actually progressing in his studies, then that's a problem. And you don't want to have those kind of problems. So to answer your question, you're allowed to work 20 hours per week, 120, 120 full days and 240 half days. This is by law. The national visa D, which is the student visa, permits you to work for this period, this amount of time. I hope I answered your question. And yeah, another thing you should also consider when applying to Germany is that your your accommodation, please. Some cities is it's like it's like really, really, really difficult, to get accommodation. Some people come and don't have accommodation. You can have start applying already for accommodation, especially in your city, student and work of your city. So you already be in the system and you start waiting for your time. But you can also apply to like private housing providers, you know, to get accommodation. So you don't have that issue when you come, accommodation is already settled and then you can face your documentation. Because people come and then they don't have accommodation, they have to do city registration and all of those things, you know. So, but when you have those things and your accommodation sorted out, then you know that okay, it's my ameld on city registration, and then your tax ID, your social security, your banking, you have to open bank account that's left for you. It might sound personal, but how is German learning going? I hear that a lot of places are now asking for C1 proficiency. Yeah, I mean, it's just, this topic about learning German, and all. It just makes more sense because Germany is English is not the official language in Germany, right? So it's just normal that you need to speak the language. Everything is done in Germany. uh yeah, so but it depends. Like I always tell people, before you come to Germany, already start getting acquainted with the language, like A1, A2, and then when you come to Germany you can also do B1, B2. But if you can't from your countries, start studying the language up to B1, B2 level, even C1. So when you come here, it's not going to be an issue for you. Because like you rightly said, that's the truth. You have so many, especially in IT. Before, people used to say, oh, IT, you don't need German proficiency to work in a company as an IT expert. But right now, it's really saturated. And the only way they can filter these things is through the language. So if you don't understand German, sorry, up to at least C1 level, that's an issue. So once they just say C1 level, the list starts dropping. Because now, and just so you know, Germans don't really believe in all of these certifications like B1 certificate, B2 certificate, C1 certificate. Yes, you can put in your CV, I have B1 or C2 or B2 or B1 certificate, and then they invite you for the interview and you can't even communicate during the interview. So what they do these days is that they invite you for an interview and then they engage you in German. So that is going to tell if you actually understand German, not just the paper. Some people can write German, but they can't speak. And most of the offices, you need to write, you need to communicate. That's the major thing. Writing, and communicating and being able to read German. So yeah, these days is getting really interesting in some fields, and some fields it depends on the field. In some field, they just ask you for B2 German and your certificate. And once you're able to, you have something upstairs you can offer, because the company is all about what you can bring to the table. There are still some companies who hire without you having that high proficiency, even if you have B1 or B2. It just depends on the field where you're applying to. But like where there's major competition, then they bring the issue of C1 or C2. So if you can spend much time doing learning German language here in some of the schools is really expensive. So if you are able to learn German while in your home country before you come, it's going to be really beneficial to you. Then when you come, you get used to speaking with the natives here, because it's one thing to learn in your country, and then when you come to Germany, you notice that Germans speak fast, and then it's like you never, you don't understand the language. So yeah, just better yourself. And once you're able to speak, understand German, trust me, you'll be open to lots of opportunities. I can't even lie, like lots of opportunities. in Germany. You go to some places, you see they are always putting out for jobs, you know. But the thing is, not so many people have this requirement. Some can speak just the common street German, but that's not what is spoken in the professional level. Ah, I know. Then this person, this person is from a WhatsApp group that I belong to. I've been following you from the group. What about? He's fine. He's just, I mean, he's also learning the language, so he has been really, really off for a while now. So yeah, he's learning the language, and I think presently he just got to C1, um, C1, I think, C1 certification. You know, so that's the thing. You need to strike a balance because now, if you are learning the language, one, it's not easy. Like studying in Germany on its own is not easy. It's different from studying in the US or like studying in the UK or Australia or Canada. It's like really different because there are different patterns, like different things entirely. In Germany, it's really independent. So the professors expect you to do everything on your own. So it's like, especially if you don't have friends or you don't have people or seniors in the university, it's going to be like tough. And if you're learning the language, one thing will suffer. So your studies might suffer, or if you are studying and then you're working and then you're learning the language, one of them will suffer. So it's either you're doing so well in learning the language and you're not doing so well in your studies. You know, one thing will definitely suffer. So you just have to know your priorities because it's not easy. But trust me, once you're able to learn the language, it's going to be really fun for you because then you can socialize with people. But now you always find international communities that speak just English. If you try to limit yourself from speaking English, then yeah. I mean, these days I'm not really so good in German, but I'm trying my best, you know, and I try to speak more in German than in English. And where I work presently, you know, like it's an airline, so you meet more Germans who are traveling apart from Americans, and then they always speak, and then I try to speak to some extent, and when I can't, I just stop. So yeah, yeah, that's true. Uh, Actually, we are thinking about that. Like, we're thinking about that. So, uh, we will make that happen. So, we'll make that happen. Yeah, he has C1 already. He has C1. Yeah, so just have a plan. Um, if you can even learn A1, A2, B1 in your country, and then you come to Germany, and then before you know it, you have B2 level. And don't just have this certificate. Once you have this certificate, try to speak, converse with people often in German. Limit your speaking English because if you always want to speak English, you will never be able to, never, you will never master the act of speaking German. But once you leave, just put it in your mind that I don't understand English. And if someone tries to speak to you in English, who you know speaks German, excuse me, then you speak German, you see that your speaking level would really improve. But if you're always like, oh no, sprechen Sie English, my Dutch is nicht good, then if you get used to that phrase, it's going to really like limit you from speaking, you know. But or just saying I'm Bishan, blah blah blah. No, 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 no. Just try to speak. Even if you make mistake, speak. When you make mistake, you correct yourself, you know, and then the next time you won't repeat that error. So if you learn German, it's going to open the doors, even with the whole chancing kata and stuff. Like companies also, if it's a German company, they always require German. But if you're applying to like an international company, uh, like Tesla, and those kind of companies, yes, English can be fine, you know. But then when you say English can be fine, then expect a lot of competition because you have so many people applying um, to those kind of opportunities. Yeah, so like I was saying, the next step is your motivation letter. See, you can come up with an exciting motivation letter that one can read and just say, this person knows what he's doing. You can go for an interview and not do like maybe 100% well, but with your motivation letter, I can be a visa officer and read your motivation letter, and then I can say, okay, this person actually knows what he's doing. You don't need to write 5 pages, just 1 page. Just 1 page motivation letter. Don't introduce yourself. My name is this. I come from this country. That blah 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 blah. No. What you should do is you should know your name is already in your CV you're submitting, so they don't need to know your name again. Number one, once you start your motivation letter, what inspires you in going for that course? And then in talking about what inspires you in going for that course, then you talk about the program itself. Is it a master's program or a bachelor's program? And then after that, how is that course going to affect you as a person? And what is that course going to do? Like, what opportunities are you going to gain from that course that is going you're going to impact back in your society? That is your country. And how are you going to use that opportunity, you know, in your country or overseas? So at the end of the day, like in my motivation letter, I just talked about my motivation about the course, and it's a master's program, and what actually makes me want to go for that course, and how that course is going to like be useful back in my own country, to show that you don't have interest of staying even though they want you to stay, right? So that's what I did. And then also spoke about how I'm interested in learning the culture in that country and everything, and the language itself. That is going to show that, okay, I have interest in the things of that country, not just coming to study. And then I rounded it up. Just 1 page, 1 page, no more than that. You know, don't include unnecessary things. In Germany here, even though they like paperwork, but just make a very, these days there's chat GPT, you could make put in a prompt and it gives you what's it called, like a motivation letter template, and then you work with that. You don't need to copy and paste, you can just work with that so it doesn't become generic. So just get a template from chat GPT and then come up with your motivation letter for your visa application. Yes, Eddie, so here's the thing. When I started learning German, that was during COVID. To be honest, I was working in Lagos. I was transferred from Abuja to Lagos where I was working. So those who know Lagos very well, um, who are on this live stream now, will know what I'm talking about. I was working on on the mainland, that is National Theatre, and the Goethe Institute, because I just didn't want any kind of language school, was on the island. That is Victoria Island, and I close work at 5 p.m. So imagine me going to the island by that time. It wasn't really easy for me. So what I did was I started using what's it called? Like the YouTube channel. There's a YouTube channel, it's really, really good. Really, really good. It's called Learn German. So I started with that. I was learning there, and whenever they have any new lesson, they'll just update me because I turn on the post notification bell, and I was always getting notified whenever they have a new content. And that's how I started learning and getting myself abreast. And even when I got to Frankfurt the first time I visited Germany, like I could speak a bit of German, even though I wasn't really fluent. but I could read signs at the airport, or in the city. I could just understand some things. And then I was using Duolingo. It doesn't really help. It's just like fun, like it just builds your vocabulary. And then when I came to Germany, I started using Deutsche Welle because it's also free. So there you take lessons, not just lessons, but you have like videos you can watch also. So yes, I was actually using Deutsche Welle. I still have the app on my phone. Once in a while I use it. And then I got the textbook, you know and then I have a friend who puts me through, so she checks everything. Sometimes if I try to speak, if I make mistakes, she corrects me. And yeah, I bought this textbook. I can't remember the name now. But it's like A1 to B1, and then they have the another one for B2 to C2. So yeah, it's actually a good source, Deutsche Welle, and it's free. Um, Please, can you decide to have two jobs as an international student? Two jobs, yes, but one has to be part-time and the other one has to be mini job. Part-time in the sense that you work 20 hours a week and then you're paying your income tax and social, stuff. So you can do two jobs, but one has to be part-time and mini job. But the mini job, if you start earning higher than 520, I think it's 520. If you start earning higher than 520 euros, then it's going to be taxed. But if you do the part-time job and your mini job, it's not going to be taxed. But another thing you should know is know how to balance it. So knowing how to balance it is that your work and your studies. So don't work too much and then your studies suffers. Please, do you know of friends in chemical engineering? Do I have? I can't ask for those. Right now, I can't think of anyone. Okay, someone wants to join. Hi, hi. Hello, Thanos. I think the person is in class. I don't know. Okay, when you can speak, maybe you can send an invite again. If you want to come up, you can send a request. I sent the link already. Uh, and then I bring you up. We have a conversation. Yes. What university do you want to study in, Eddie? And are you looking forward to studying in a TU? And what semester and what country are you applying to? So yeah, a good motivation letter can get you your visa, and you need to be confident, when you're attending your interview. Don't attend an interview and then start being scary. Practice. I made a video about visa interview questions, so you can watch that video, you know, to get prepared for your interview, um, and not like start being all shaky during your interview process. The video I made, I talked about like common questions and how you can answer them. Because this interview, the visa officers are human beings like you. So You shouldn't. I remember the first time when I went for my interview, the visa officer told me, because I was like really nervous, and then she said, why am I nervous? I shouldn't be nervous. She's not going to bite me. She's like, she's a human being like me. And she was like, just breathe in and then we can start. That was really, really good, So I did that and I had a really good interview. Uh, I was able to solve all the questions I was given. Yeah, so um, if you have a blocked account, yes, you can use that. Some people always say, "Oh, I can go for an interview so long as I have my blocked account. I won't get rejected." That's a big lie. That's a really big lie. You can get rejected if you have a bad interview, a visa interview. You can be rejected. Your blocked account doesn't guarantee your interview. So you have to perform well. It's just a requirement. It doesn't mean, okay, once I have a blocked account or sponsorship letter, some even say, oh, with my blocked account, I can get accepted. If I use my SL, no, I'm going to get rejected. It's a 50-50 chance. Bro, if you use blocked account and you don't perform well during your interview, you can get rejected. If you use an SL, that's a sponsorship letter or obligation letter, you can also get rejected if you don't perform well in the interview. There's no one that says, okay, if you use this one or you use that one, you're guaranteed a visa. I want to I want to study in Germany, to be precise. I haven't really thought about the university, but a city where getting chemical engineering jobs would be easy. I have A1 as well. Okay. Eddie, one thing you should do is make that.de your best friend. That.de, that's DAAD.de. Maybe I should put it in the uh, comment. DAAD. No, .de. Yeah, there you can find all universities in Germany, requirements, and then afterwards you can search universities and search opportunities in those cities. You can search for companies also in those cities. I mean, in smaller cities it's limited, but search for um when you search for a university with this course, also search for the what do you call it, like the opportunities in that city also, you know. So you don't finish your university and then having a job is an issue for you. Then you have to start moving again from one city to the other. But also, you need to know that you can study in anywhere in Germany and you can apply for jobs in any state in Germany. So don't say, okay, I have this university is good, but it's in a small city and I am not going to get job. Look at the future. Don't look at now. Think of it in this way that, okay, I'm going through school. I can get a part-time job on the side in this city to sustain me while I'm in school. And then afterwards, I can start applying for jobs. Except you want to remain in that city for life. But you can study, for example, I'm not going to be, I'm just being biased, but you can study, for example, in Frankfurt or in Darmstadt or in Gießen or in Wiesbaden, and then you get a job in Berlin. It happens. So don't always say, okay, it must be this city. No, so long as you're in Germany, you always make yourself available to move. Don't just limit yourself to your city. There's also like a video I'm working on. It's going to be, I think I'm going to upload it after the next video I'm going to upload. So please, you guys, watch out for that video. Engage. It's going to be really, 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 really insightful. It's like I don't oh, don't worry, you're going to see the title and it's something you should watch out for. Like all the things about German universities you should know, so the things you don't get to hear from anyone. And one good thing, I'm not praising myself, but one good thing about my channel is I try to be like straightforward how it is. You're welcome, Eddie. You're welcome. You're welcome. Feel free to reach out anytime. Yeah, guys, thank you, Joseph. Like and share, like share, share, share. Don't just watch. Share this live stream, share my videos. And also, like I was saying, on my space, I say it the way it is. I don't try to sugarcoat because I want you to come to Germany or because I want you to do something. Or no, I tell you how it is so that when you make a decision, you are informed. So the next video I'll be posting, the next video I'll be posting is raw, like things you don't get to hear about studying in Germany or studying in German universities. Like you should watch out for that video. It's not a long video. I'm trying as much as possible not to have like really long videos so you can get information at a stretch within 8, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, and then yeah, not like a very long video. So these are things you never get to hear raw, like raw. I'll have I have to work in your company. When you say my company, what do you mean? I don't have a company. Do you mean where I'm working presently? I don't have a company, but that's something I want to do. I know YouTube on its own is like a company. YouTube is like a company of its own, but like yeah, I don't have a company per se in Germany, but I work for while at school I work for a company. So Joseph, which of the companies are you talking of? Is it where I work presently? No. Yeah, Eddie. The video is done already. I'm just trying to put finishing touch, like edit it. I made the video, I already shot the video. I'm just trying to edit it. I've just had like some work from school. This semester has been really tight for me because I'm doing like some seminar, when you have seminars, it takes a lot of time. I have tasks. I'm doing like 2 seminars this semester, and then as a matter of fact, three. The other one starts in February and is 1 week. And after that 1 week, the course is done. You get your grade. And then also in February, I have like, though I'm already doing them, two seminar. One is a project and then the other one is a seminar. So yeah, I haven't had time, but I'm going to edit it so this week I can drop that video. I want to see if I can drop 2 videos this week. Give myself that task and see if I can drop. But definitely that video is the next. Raw, like what they don't tell you about studying in Germany. All of the little, what's it called? The little expenses. No, yeah, studying in Germany is free, but you should know there are like some expenses you should prepare to face, exams, you know, social life, and all of those things. So if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button. Also share my videos, turn on the post notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Um Share my video, that way it gets to a wider audience. Um, Engage, like comment on my videos. If you have questions, drop them in the comment section. I read all the comments, trust me. I read them, and when I can respond, I respond to them. because you guys are my family, and I mean this channel won't exist without you guys. So basically, I do these videos for you guys, you know, because I can just, if I need this information, I can just have it to myself. But it's like, no, people need information out there. And YouTube is like a university. It's like a university on its own, whereby you can just put in the search engine for videos you're looking for, and it just pops up. So Joseph, if you're still here, you're here to answer the question. Um, I would like to work in your company. Anyways, if it's my company you're talking about, not like my company, but where I work, you can apply on their website and they'll reach out to you. Um, with all you need to do, like, and then reach out with a date for an interview if you want to work for them. And also, recently, those who are in the WhatsApp group I have, not like I have, but like as an admin there, I posted a job recently with American Airlines. They're employing us. Presently, I think what's the post again? It's the post of customer service. Yeah, customer service. So basically, all you do is like at the check-in and at the gate, you attend to customers traveling to Charlotte or Dallas. Sometimes you make announcements. Sometimes you be on the RAM. Like everything customer care stuff. So right now they're employing rather. So I don't know. You can apply. It's in that if you live in Frankfurt or close to Frankfurt and you're flexible enough. Because working at the airport, you need to be flexible. And it's a part time. It's on part time. The contract is part time. So just 4 hours um job. Ausbildung. You can check ausbildung.de. Um, there you find all the courses available. So many courses. Even the police, if you want to do Ausbildung for the police. And the police is one of the Ausbildung that actually pay well. So German police. Just understand German, read German, you know. And then you do the course. It's like 2 years. With German police, like 2 years, depending on the city. 2, 3 years, and then you become a German police officer. Yeah, that's it. Ausbildung.de. You find information. Eddie, I made a video about this Ausbildung in Germany. I made a video about it. If you check my channel, you see it. So I'm also seeing the possibility of actually bringing someone. Um, I don't know. Have I brought someone already? No, no. You see, I think I'm going to reach out to a friend who actually did hospital and see if I can bring the person. We have like an interview. The first time we wanted to do that interview, it didn't work out because of time, and busy schedule. But I'm going to see if I can. You're welcome, Eddie. I'm going to see if I can schedule that again. Have like an interview, you know? Yes, and see how we make that work. Eddie, because of this, your interest, I will text the person this evening after this live stream. Then we come up with an interview date, and she tells us. I think she's from Rwanda. She came. um, for hospital from Rwanda. Yeah, so she's currently, I think she's almost done. So she can, like, because it's always good. I can make a video, like I made a video, but it's always good when you have someone who actually went through hospital. The person can tell you the pros and cons, the good and the bad side, you know. So you can now you can now have like an be informed to make a decision, because it's one thing for me to just sit in front of my camera and just make a video about it, but it's different when you actually hear from the horse's mouth, like someone actually doing this. So there are two interviews I intend to make: the hospital and also the other video I made on what's it called now? Studium. The studium in Germany. That's work and study, where you work 50% and study 50%. So you work for a company in Germany, and then you also study in a company. You also study at the university. Most of the companies have to be partners with the university. I made a video on that. Yes, that's this dual studies. Yes, I can remember. Dual studies in Germany. Get paid to study. So you can get paid as high as 1,500 euros to actually do a dual studium in Germany with companies, Commerzbank, Saab, Mercedes Benz, Volkswagen, like lots of them. Also pharmaceutical companies, you know. I have a friend, Dumebi, and I think he's almost done, or like he has done 2 years now, dual studies with Commerzbank. So I'll bring him up like for an interview. I'll also send him a message where we can schedule this, and then we can, you know, come up with this interview, and then I can ask him questions. You guys can also ask him questions on the live stream, and we make it work. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Yes, after this live, I'm going to schedule this, and just make sure you get your pen, your jotters ready to jot, you know. And then you can say, okay, I want to come to Germany through studies. I want to come to Germany through dual studies. So I want to come to Germany through hospital. And before then, once I schedule this video, I'm going to put out like a poll or like a platform where you can drop your questions, and then I collate all of them and then have this interview and ask him and also the other person, so it's really organized. Wow. So if there are no further questions, let me see. Then we can. Yeah, there's a WhatsApp group. But I think I should open a Telegram channel. Um, I should open a Telegram channel. The WhatsApp group is just study in Germany, so it's just like a group of students from Nigeria who want to study in Germany. Some are already in Germany, and they ask questions and all of these things. And maybe I just open a Telegram channel, and yeah, there we could share information and stuff. So once I open the Telegram channel, I'm just going to post the link in my on my Instagram bio, and then you can join the Telegram group. That should be nice. Because WhatsApp, I already have like, oh man, like, so it's better on Telegram, fresh, like anything information about Germany or Europe. Uh, just a moment. Stanley. Okay, so I want to study agricultural engineering, but I'm now about to apply and want to know which cities have jobs for agricultural engineers. There are so many cities in Germany, that have jobs opportunities for agricultural engineers. Um, I'm just going to in no particular order. Um, just a moment. Um, Number one, like Berlin offer jobs, opportunities for agricultural engineering. Um, Munich also does. Stuttgart, which is in Baden-Württemberg, also does. Hanover, Frankfurt, Leipzig, or Dresden, which is Saxon, Lower Saxony. Kiel also does. Um, Bonn also does. Göttingen also does, which is Lower Saxony. The other one I mentioned is Saxony, sorry, and Göttingen is Lower Saxony. And lastly, Mannheim, which is also Baden-Württemberg, also offers like opportunities, also have opportunities for agriculture engineers. Um, so yeah, it all depends on which of the cities you want to um, go to. So you can decide to go to South, which is like Frankfurt, or you can go to Bonn or Berlin or Munich, which is Bavaria, or you can go to Göttingen, which is Lower Saxony. You can go to Dresden, or what's it called? Uh, Dresden or Leipzig, which is Saxony. There you have opportunities for agricultural engineers. No problems. You're welcome. All the best with your application. Are you applying to a summer or winter semester? Uh, all the best. Make sure you have all your documents early enough. Do your applications, start your applications early enough. If it's through Uni Assist, you're applying directly, start early enough. Sometimes the earlier the better, especially in summer semester. The applications are considered based on when you applied. Um, but above that, I wish you all the best in your applications for universities in Germany and also your visa application. And do well to share your good news. If you're here to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at Samistics. Uh, I can write it. Uh, Sammy Samistics on Instagram. Yeah, that's my that's my Instagram handle. Share your. I like to see testimonies. Like people will send me, "Oh, I had my visa interview done, and oh, my visa was approved." And recently, I met one. Should I say fan? Okay, one of my family members from YouTube um, in Germany and in my city, though she lives in Frankfurt, but her university her there is in Darmstadt. So she came around, and we met, and it was really, really, really awesome. Like meeting someone off YouTube, and it was really awesome. I don't know. I forgot to take a picture, maybe because I was overly excited, So, but it was really awesome that I met her, and I mean, she has been really active, She's always asking me questions and stuff. And finally, she's in Germany and she's still trying to settle in. She has done her city registration, um, and also with job. I even gave her a link, And presently, she told me she got an interview with the company that I recommended to her. And hopefully, if she meets all of the requirements and the interview goes well, she's going to get the job. So when I share all of these things, I see everyone on my channel as family. That's why I treat everyone the same. Um, um, I, I treat everyone the same, and however I can share information, I try to share information because in this global world, information is key. You don't hold informations; you just dish out information. So, however, through any platform, yeah. So I mean, I'm happy if it will really, really be exciting that I met her and then she's now in her uni, and then through the recommendation I gave to her in the company, she gets a job. I'll be really happy that, one person off my channel came to Germany and got a job and is now settled. That will even make me to post more videos, like do more research on opportunities, not just in Germany, but like in Europe in general, and in the world. So because when I see comments, I see testimonies about people who went through my channel and then finally in Germany and are doing well, I get really motivated by that. So you can follow me on Instagram. You know, yes. I don't know your name. Uh, yes, yes. I think maybe what I'm going to do is I have two interviews coming up. Like I said earlier, the first one would be Dual Stadium with a guest of mine who is almost like he's halfway done, and also a lady. She's from Rwanda, and she's almost done with her hospital. So she's going to give us insight about hospital, even though I made a video about it. She's going to give us insight. And then maybe one of the live sessions is going to be on Instagram because I still have more people there so we can take the live channel there. So yes, that's a good recommendation. Thank you so much. I don't know. Type of YouTube. TY of YouTube. Yes, thank you for that recommendation. I always feel like YouTube is where I post more of my content because on Instagram I just post update on my stories or I just post like random stuff on my YouTube channel. And it's like an easy access for you guys to reach me. But I think it's also a medium, to make like a live session and then expand the whole thing. And people know that, okay, I'm not just doing live on YouTube, but also on Instagram. So, yeah, I'm going to host a live session on Instagram and hopefully everyone joins and, yeah, we share information together. Thank you for that one. In 5 minutes, I think 5, 6 minutes, I'm going to end this live stream. So, if you have any comments, if you want to come up, feel free to come up. We can talk for this short while and then we go off. But if you have any question here, you can drop it. Aside that, um, be informed because if you are informed, you can never be deformed. Have the right information to universities. Don't just be attracted to a university because it's in a really big city. Um, know the kinds of universities in Germany so you don't suffer when you finally come to Germany, because here in Germany, you are your own parent, you are your own uncle, you are your own auntie, you are your own sibling. No one will tell you do this or do that. You must have no, no lectures on its own in Germany is not compulsory. You know, already I told you that professors here already feel you should do your things by your own self, so no one is going to force you to do anything. Studies in Germany is really independent, so and at the first stage, especially the first semester, it can be difficult. And then if you're in a university that you don't even understand, especially for example, you want to course, you are studying a course which needs practical stuff, which needs practical stuff, and then you are in a TU, and then you're like, what's happening? And so you don't end up wasting time and resources. So know the kinds of university in Germany, so you can have a seamless, sail through the education system or university system in Germany. Prepare for your visa interviews, like your life depends on it. Have all your documents ready, both for your visa and your admission. And yeah, Muhidin. I hope I'm pronouncing your name well. Hello, Eval Sam. Thank you for everything you've been sharing here. I missed the entry time. Please, can you help to know how long is the current waiting period for appointment date? Are you from Nigeria? Like, where exactly are you from? Marwan, where exactly are you from? And then I can answer your question. Anyways, while you are um while you let me know where you're from. So the current waiting time for visa applications in Nigeria is It's it used to be 12 months, but then it got extended to like 16 months, and now it's almost like 2 years, like 18 months. So this is the thing. So category B, which is like you graduate with 2-1, 2-2, I say 2-3, maybe a third class, you have to go in category B, and you have to take it requires at least 18 months 18 months or so, 18 months, yes, to wait for an appointment time, you know. And then if you're applying from like Ghana, no, it requires like 3 months um to apply from Ghana or any African country. So yes, Muhyiddin from Nigeria. Yes, you need um 18 months. But for category A, which is like you graduated with first class, or you're coming for a PhD program, or you are coming for, or you had a scholarship, then you go through category A and you get your interview date in 1 or 2 months max. If it delays, most times it's in a month's time. You get it after like 3 weeks. Also, I don't know if I'm thinking of making a video on PhD opportunities in Germany. I haven't made a video on that. Most of the time I talk about bachelor's and master's, but I'm thinking of making a video uh, for PhD, because with PhD from Nigeria you can go for category A, and then you don't need to like work, because if you are doing a PhD, then wherever you are doing the PhD, you could get paid by the professor or the company where you be doing your PhD. So no wahala, my brother. I don't even know that you're a guy again, but no problems. Sorry about my name. Um, Thank you, Eval. I've been watching your videos for a while now, but I just wanted to know, do I need to learn German to get a job over there? Yes, you need to learn German to get a job in especially in a German company. You need to learn German. I mean, if you can learn up to like B1, B2, you can, yes, you can easily get a job in some fields. And there are still some companies that people don't search on, like some startups, and they don't really require. But then again, if they require English, it's so much competition. But yes, you need German, honestly. Because apart from working, social life, man, if you don't understand German, you can be lost and boring, except you have international friends. If you're in Frankfurt, there's an international group where you can um, not party with people, but they meet up, they do different activities twice a week, and then you meet people from different parts of the world, like different parts of the world. But yes, you need German. Honestly, you need German to get a job. But part time, you find like if you work for some companies like maybe Amazon, um, some restaurants, uh, like those kind of places, they don't really require German. They require your energy. Okay. Yep, it's needed. All right. So, um, just keep it locked on my channel. Watch out for updates. I'm gonna make like apart from the project I have already presently, I have like 2 videos I'm going to try to post this week. All I request is just engage on those videos. And then the other two, which I'm going to work on, schedule a video with other people for an interview session to give you guys information, and also try to have like some live stream on Instagram just to broaden um, the whole family, and also what was the last one? Telegram channel. So I'm going to open the Telegram channel and put the link in my on my Instagram bio where you can easily join. So all I just ask you to do is like um follow me on Instagram, check my bio. If you want consultation, it's there. And then to join the Telegram channel, which I'm going to open, you can also click the link and yeah, we can share information there. And also, whenever I'm coming live, I'll let you guys know. Apart from that, I think this way I'm going to draw the curtain, call it a wrap. I wish you all the best in your applications, whether opportunity card, whether jobs in Germany, whether studies. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. If you're applying in summer semester, I wish you the best. If you're applying in the winter semester, I also wish you all the best, both with your visa application for wherever you are in the world, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Indonesia, South Africa, um, the US, London. I wish you all the best wherever you're streaming, watching my stream from, and thanks for always supporting my channel. God bless you. Until the next one, I love you guys. Stay focused, stay motivated. Adios.